They are spending money, buying cars, building houses, giving out lavishly, partying. But he has to also remember to save for retirement so that they're not doing GoFundMe.
I'm hoping he learns from someone like the captain of the Super Eagles,
yeah,
Ahmed Musa,
so
for
please,
example.
I hope he
Musa
who's investing.
He has over
back.
400 houses. Over 300 in Lagos, over 400 in Nigeria.
His wages
300 houses in this our Lagos.
Yes.
Hey yo, it's your boy Young Gotti and I'm back right about now with another video for you. Let's get right into it, no capo. Come on, let's go. Okay, so Victor Osimhen, Nigerian's very own, just signed a contract extension deal with parent club Napoli. And this will see him stay in the club till 2026. And usually such deals comes with an increment in salary and also an option to extend the deal at least maybe a year or some sort. But now, staying in the context of this OP, even though his increased salary was not let known to us by Napoli or by the media or Fabrizio that posted this P as well, Arise TV came out a few days after to say that after the conversion of this whole P to Naira, this will see Osimhen earn over 206 million Naira a week. Now, this got people of Twitter in a crazy mood. This is just a few tweets, but actually this sums up what all of it was about. This one says, I just bought full kit for my 4-year-old son. Underneath, the guy that posted it replied, very important, that's money to change an entire generation. This one says, register my son real quick. And the reply was, all upcoming kids in my family must travel out to play football. Now, the comments were similar to this until this nigga came and posted this saying, music money. That means it's still greater. And then the nigga laughed. And then Bessie started talking. This one says, in support of music money, says, many European artists that released songs in the 80s are richer than these footballers. It is not about music or football. It is about your reach, influence, and impact. The final point was actually good though. And this one, in countering what he said, comes out to say, in the 80s, you say, comparing it now, and let me break down music money. You will never get 100% of your earnings, factual. In fact, you will be fortunate to get 60% of the money than there is tax. But you see football money, you are guaranteed more than 80% of your cash. So football money is greater. So now, let me break this down in detail, okay? Now, when it's time to compare football money and music money, a lot of persons are quick to say, this is what Drake is earning. This is what Burna Boy for Nigerians is earning. How many footballer earns this? No, you don't do that. Because firstly, comparing two occupations and what they earn, especially when it's close, it's usually not easy to come up with who is richer or who earns more, except the margin is really, really clear. Now, in the case of music and football, you compare the average earnings. An average footballer, for example, in the case of, let's say, example of average footballers, I'll call Anthony in Manchester United, Modric in Chelsea, and maybe Maddison in Tottenham. Now, these players are good, but they are not really earning the topmost fee. They're probably earning 100K plus a week. Now, how many average artists, for example, Charlie Poppy, Mohbad, rest in peace, or maybe Bella Shmurda, gets that a week from streaming? It's not so. And so when you move on to start making comparisons between Burna Boy, Drake, for example, not all artists will earn that amount. Not all artists will get to the level of Drake, Nicki Minaj, or Rihanna, for example, from start to the end of their career. So it's not realistic to even do that. But anyways, let's remember that as a footballer, you work with your sweat, your energy, your blood, and whatever. And that's what you basically need to earn money. But for music, after your vocals, your sweat, your energy, and all that, you still have to invest money into it. You still have to put in capital. You still have to put in money for PRO. You still so much go into it. For example, the label aspect. If you're very lucky as an artist, you get a 50-50 deal. Not every artist gets that, okay? People will come out from time to time to complain about how Burna Boy is signed into a slave deal with Atlanta because they get 70 and he gets 30. That means when persons come out to say, oh, this is what Burna Boy, like touring data recently came out to say Burna Boy earned over 8 million for 7 shows out of 22 last year from his Love Damini tour. Now, that means that 8 million, apart from it going to various angles, he still has to pay his band. Manager gets money before others come to him. So he's not getting that. But for football money, actually, aside paying your manager, after tax, the rest money is yours. So a footballer most likely gets 80 to maybe even 85% of his income for himself or herself, as the case might be. You feel me though? And speaking of average artists, let's hear or watch a video from an actual artist in America who has over 1 billion plus streams on Spotify, and let's hear what he had to say about music and the pay. Check this out.
I want to put myself in a position where I got a rap to eat. Where I gotta go. I haven't been on tour in 2 years, y'all. You know why? Because I don't make money going on tour. Like my last tour, I didn't make no money. I probably make my first tour. I'm gonna be 100% transparent with y'all, y'all. Like my first tour, I probably made 10 bands over the course of 2 months. When you go on a supporting tour, you make way less. You're not making no money. Like, I was making more money doing a vlog. Like, when I was on the tour with Kevin Gates, for instance, like, I made triple amount of money that I made on tour over the course of 2.5 months on that one mukbang that I made with Kevin Gates. It's not about the money. I'm passionate about music. And it kind of, in a way, it kind of hurts me that people try to make it as if it's a joke when I really put my heart and soul into making music. And you know, I might not have it all together. I might not be the best artist in the world right now, but I'm trying my best and I enjoy doing it. So, you know, it's a work in progress. I know this is definitely a big jump. This is definitely a risk. But if you don't take risks, you don't win. Chances make champions.
So now, for as many of you who may not be Americans, who has a thing or two to say about the fact that I don't know DDG, I don't know who he is. DDG, firstly, has over 1 billion plus streams on Spotify. And plus that, he's actually the perfect example of an average artist in America. Okay? Now, in Nigeria, we have artists like Fireboy or Omale who are like A-list artists over here. But if you check, they actually have the same 1 billion plus streams as DDG. So I feel like this is actually the perfect example to make with an average artist. Now, DDG just comes out to say it doesn't really earn much from music. Even though other artists, depending on their deals, they might be earning more than DDG or whatever, but this is the actual problem. Because it cannot be stated clearly or whatever, we cannot just go and say music money earns more than football money. And football money, like I said, on an average, is actually guaranteed to give you much more than music. You feel me? So this is my take, this is my P, and this is how I feel about this. But let me know what you think in the comments right down below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. With this, I'm finna say peace. It's your boy Young Gotti, no copper. Bye-bye.